Hi guys, today I'm going to talk about a bag of which its little sister or its baby. I did my very first video review that started all of this madness. Now, what started me out on doing all of the reviews was this one, which is the Blenheim, which is also not, called a baby Roxanne. And when I received her, I thought, I just spontaneously did a little review and really enjoyed it and had really nice feedback, and so continued to do them. So, as I said, Blenheim, little baby Roxanne, and I recently obtained and she's all squished down, a full-size Roxanne. Just this little baby, or not so little baby. So there is the Blenheim, and there is the Roxanne. I believe there's one in between, which is called a Rosemary, which has kind of those handles and or those straps and a sort of longer strap going across. This one doesn't, but let's just compare measurements very quickly. So the Blenheim is 27 centimeters wide, about 10 centimeters deep, and about 14 centimeters high. Excuse me, I do have a cold, and I have to put up with my bunged up nose and coughing. The Roxanne is 35 centimeters wide, about 18 centimeters deep, and she's a bit slouchy, so to pull her a bit, about 22 centimeters high, so quite a bit bigger. The one thing that the biggest thing that I always read about it or people remark about is the weight, and I have to agree, it's quite a hefty bag because it's beautiful Darwin, and you can actually tell that it is Darwin by the rectangular label here. There's some newer models which have an oval label, so the weight. And the other thing is that she can be quite fiddly to get into. Now, I can't comment on that yet because I've yet to really try her out properly. Now, she doesn't come with a long strap, but what many people do is they use these, what are often referred to as ears, and attach a strap there, and that's actually what I'm planning to do too. Now, this one is a little bit too long, so I will find one that's shorter just to try it out, because if you look at this hangs quite low, and I prefer my bag sort of a little bit higher. But if it works, then I will probably order one that really goes with her, because I think carrying, so first of all, I don't carry bags like that. Like this, I can just about do that. With a coat, it'd be a bit uncomfortable, and then when she's full, you also end up having your arm sort of like here, as opposed to being able to put your arm down there. But I think with a long strap, she'd be a really good bag as an alternative for work. But I thought we'll have a look what fits in her, and just have a little play with her. So before we start that, just for comparison's sake, I've sort of put a few things into the Blenheim. She's not that full, but just to say she's fairly full. So there's nothing in the front pockets where I would probably put a pack of tissues and like my train ticket or something like that. But in here we have, actually I put my train ticket in there. I would put that in there, it's just easier to get it out, and my pass for work. I've got my diary and my notepad. I've got the tissues in here. I've got my purse in here, my inhaler, and my phone is somewhere else. But I easily would have fitted in. But anyway, that's pretty much it. You wouldn't be able to get a bottle of water in there on top of it, or I don't know, a book or something. That's pretty much it. Whereas with the Roxanne, of course, we've got much more space to play with. Excuse me. The fact that she's so big, though, and quite slouchy, made me think she could potentially be a prime candidate for some Morga inserts. So I've nicked the one out of my Alexa and tried, and it just fit in. So let's start out with that. So we'll put the Samorga in there, and that fits quite well. So that's just the Samorga insert for the regular Alexa, and I would say it almost fits perfectly in there. So it goes all the way into the corners, and it gives the bag more structure. So you see, she doesn't fall together, sort of puddle into herself. And then I also have all of those lovely pockets in there to play with. Excuse me. And now I can load it up. So first of all, I've retired that little small zippy pouch that I kept putting my cables in, and I've got pretty much every small bits and bobs in here now. So I've got a charger cable for my phone. I've got all of the other cables and my BlackBerry. I've got hay fever tablets and tampon. I've got nothing in there. And what have I got in here? Alright, okay, a necklace, which I was wearing the other day in work and it broke. It just came loose, so didn't want to walk around like that with it on. My checkbook and some Vaseline. So we'll put it in like this, into the back of the Samorga, there we go. And then I've got some loose papers, which is like invoice for nursery and whatever else I have to deal with at the moment. My purse, my diary fits into one of those smaller slots, and my notepad into the other one. Tissues. I'm gonna take a sip of my apple juice. Hang on. There we go. Tissues. Work pass and train ticket into the other front pocket. Inhaler into one of those side jobs. My phone, there's actually in the Roxanne there's a little back pocket with a zip, and that fits in really nicely. And then if I was reading something on the train, let's see whether that would fit. Yes, it would. Good. And we still have some space in there. I'll just show you. So my keys would fit on there, obviously. If you wanted to bring not a full high bottle of water, but a smaller one, a lower one, you fit that in there easily. And we've got quite a bit of space left at the top. So let's close it up. Now the fiddly bit that many people refer to is that really there's 3 straps you're supposed to fasten up. There's one in the middle. Oh, can't see it where it goes. There we go. And then there's one on either side. One there. One there. And if you have to open and close that every time, I guess that can be a bit annoying. Although I've seen quite a few people say, oh, I just leave the side straps and they just like sort of hang there. Oops, we'll put that in there. I really don't know. I think it wouldn't really bother me if that didn't close all that way, but I think if I have it cross-body, if I wear it cross-body and I have it like this, to just sort of pop them back on isn't that big a deal, whereas if I had to hold it like that and then close it, I think that would do my head in. So it's actually quite heavy now. Let's just pop the strap back on just to see how that feels. The strap is too long, as I just said. I don't have a shorter one that fits with this. I had a shorter one also, I thought, but the clamp or the clasp was too small to fit over this. This is quite thick, so if you order a strap, make sure you get something with quite a wide opening for it to go over here. This is the strap for my Alexa. And I have to say, yeah, that is quite heavy with a slim strap like that. So I reckon what I will do is I will get a strap that is wider, like one of those guitar straps, and yeah, I don't know whether I'll get that first and give it a go then, but I think with that thin strap that would be too uncomfortable. It feels quite heavy. So, but I really like the shape of this. I like that with the Samorga it's really organised and square. It's actually almost easier to access than the Alexa in that respect. That with the Alexa everything sort of flops over, and I think once you open this you're kind of in there, and it's quite sturdy and quite structured then with the Samorga. So yeah, what else can I say? It's the Roxanne in the chocolate. This one is with the rose gold hardware, which I really like. I think they also did that in the brass, but actually I have to say I prefer the rose gold. I just think it looks a little bit more sort of tone in tone. And yeah, all in all, really lovely bag, and I will probably get more use out of it than out of the Blenheim, which to be honest was for me a little bit too small. And yeah, you wear so high up on the shoulder, it keeps falling off my arm, and so when I'm out and about with a little one, it's a bit annoying. But anyway, I think this one is probably one that could be a good candidate for a daily work bag. So there you go, the Roxanne. Oh, one last thing I wanted to say, what I've seen a lot of people do as well, because you don't have to close it up like this. I've seen people pop in A4 things and then you just kind of leave it open like that, or you can extend this a little bit and you still sort of reach down to there. Okay, so if you want to cheat a little bit and sort of put something in that's actually bigger than the bag, this is actually a bag where it works because you don't have to close it up. So there, yeah, Roxanne. Hope you found this useful and not too rambly. Thanks, bye.